Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a few pointers on Laser Cannon Battle Commander. So, as I have explained in the instructions, Earth has finally moved its defenses out into space. And the place that the Earth has moved its defenses is onto the y-axis. Okay, so let's go and take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so as you can see, I am the Blargian Empire, and I've already shot some of your Earth ships. Your Earth ships are these blue dots along here. There's the Earth right there at 0, 0. You can see it nicely there. And what you need to do, what you're trying to do is hit my ships, which are out here in the quadrants. And you're going to make your lines nice and fancy. And you're going to use the slope intercept form. Now, I'm trying to hit your ships. You're trying to hit my ships. And of course, it's the same equation either way. So I'm going to pretend I'm an Earth defender here at the point. I'll make it at this point, 0, 9. Okay, so I'm going to use 0, 9. And I'm going to try 0, 9. And I'm going to be trying to hit both this ship, and this ship here. Okay, from this point at 0, 9. So this ship here is at 412, and that's at 212. So let's say, okay, 412, 212, and this one here is at negative 213. Okay, so I've got those 3 points that if I were an Earth defender here at 0, 9, I would be targeting. So let's start creating equations. So I told you the equation is y equals mx plus b. That is the slope intercept form, which has y equaling the slope times x plus the y-intercept. So I need to figure out what's my y-intercept. Well, each time my y-intercept is 9 because I'm using 0, 9. So y equals mx plus 9. Now, that's cool. Now I need the slope. Well, let's find the slope between some points. So from 0, 9 to 412, I'm going to have a rise from 0, 9 up to 12. So that's 9 up to 12. That's a rise of 3 because I'm going from 9 to 12. And then I keep it going in the same direction from 0 to 4 is 4. So my slope for that one is 4/12. And all I could have done 12 minus 9 over 4 minus 0. So here's the y value, 12 minus 9. And here's the x value, 4 minus 0. Okay, so my slope ends up being, I'll calculate it, 12 minus 9 over 4 minus 0. And that's going to get me 4 on the denominator and 3 in the numerator. And I have created an equation that shoots that ship. Okay. And then I can make it fancy by doing this. Okay. I'm going from 0 for x to 4 for x there. So my domain interval will be 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 4. And there I made it fancy. I could have used y instead. I could have gone from 9 to 12. So I could make an interval that goes low value is 9, less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 12. And that works too. I'm going to demonstrate shooting this one and this one as well from there. Now, because there's a lot of typing, I'm just going to copy that. Okay, and I'm going to adjust some things. Now, I know my y-intercept is 9 because I'm using this pot right here. That's the y-intercept. And this time I'm going to go up to this one. It's still 9 to 12, so that's up 3. And then the horizontal change from 0, 9 to 212 is 2. So now my slope is going to be 2. And it's kind of nice that this is at a y value of 12, both of them, because my interval still works. So I'm going to change it to an x interval now, just to demonstrate that that can be done too. 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 2. Now I'll shoot this one. Copy pasta this. Okay, my y-intercept is still 9 if I'm using this point. And I need to get a slope between 0, 9 and negative 2, 3. So if I go up from 9 to 13, okay, let's actually work that slope out. Let's say I'll do 9, I'll do 13 minus 9. So 13 minus 9 for the numerator. And if I did 13 minus 9, I got to go in the same direction, negative 2 minus 0. Okay. And you'll see something weird here is going on. So let's get rid of this interval for a second. You'll see that the line works. Now let's tidy it up though. 13 minus 9 is 4. And negative 2 minus 0 is negative 2. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. So I've simplified my slope. And now I've got to make an interval that works. Well, that last interval didn't work. You see what it did? It went in the wrong way. What I need to do is get my interval to go from, if I'm using x, from negative 2 to 0, or if I'm using y, to be between 9 and 13. So I'll do it for both. I'm going to do it for x. Now, I'm going to show you a common mistake first. I'm going to do 0 is less than x, less than or equal to x is less than or equal to negative 2. And now you don't have a line. You're like, what happened to my line? What's going on? Okay, well, what's going on is you've created an inequality that says 0 is less than negative 2. A very common mistake in this game. We're going to do one of two tricks. We can either just reverse the order there. I'll make that a 0 and make that a negative 2. Now it works. Or if I had a 0 here and I didn't want to move the numbers, I could just change the direction of the inequality, greater than or equal to. So they're both in the same direction, and now it works. So your inequality needs to be an inequality that is going from the low end to the high end, basically between the two x's or between the two y's, and you need to keep track of that. All right. So I hope this has given you a little bit of a taste of what you need to do for this. You'll move on into the next few, and you want to shoot all of my ships here. You'll use copy paste. That'll help you a lot. I'll shoot one from this one just for good measure to give you a little more idea of that. We'll use, I'll use this point here at 0, negative 2, and I'll shoot this ship here at negative 13, negative 10. So I'm going to plot those negative 13, comma, negative 10, and 0, comma, negative 2. And I need to make an equation that goes through those points. I'll label them. So it's going to be a slope-intercept form. So it's y equals the slope times x plus the y-intercept, which will be b. Now, my y-intercept for that line, I've already got it. It's right here. It's negative 2. So that's going to be plus negative 2. I may as well write that as minus 2. That's plus negative 2. The y-intercept is negative 2. I'll just do that. Now I need to find the slope between these 2 points. So I'm going to have to calculate that, or I could work it out on the graph. I could go from negative 13, I'm sorry, negative 13, negative 10. I could see what is my vertical change. I would go up from negative 10 to negative 2. That should be an 8. Let's confirm that. Negative 2 minus negative 10. Oops. Okay, that's my numerator. And then if I started with negative 2 for my subtraction, I got to start with 0. So 0 minus negative 13. Okay. I've done something wrong, clearly. So let me just check that. So negative 2, here's what I did wrong. And Desmos tells you immediately if you did something wrong because it misses. I did negative 2 minus 10. That's not 10, that's negative 10. So let's make it negative 10. Now it works. Okay, and of course, negative 2 minus negative 10 is 8. And 0 minus negative 13 is 13. So my slope is 8 over 13, and there is my line, y equals 8/13 x minus 2. I'll make it fancy. Shift square bracket. I'm going to go from, I can pick the x or the y. Let's pick the x. Negative 13 to 0 is my inequality. So I'm going to do negative 13 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 0. And I made it fancy. I hope this has helped, and good luck shooting my ships. Or how dare you shoot my ships. Have fun.